Okay, we have a question from Srini.
Namaste Srini Baba, namaste to everybody in Bangalore.
What are the signs that the mind has not renounced the fruits of our actions?
Srini, if we feel ourselves to be attached and elated, is full of joy or full of sorrow because of the fruits that we've received from an action, know that our mind is attached. If we experience elation and joy because of our success, or if we experience sorrow and pain and because of our failure, know that our minds are attached. If we remain in the center and equilibrium, we may remain in the same bhavana of love and joy, and knowing that we did our best, and knowing that the situation will change tomorrow, remembering whether in success or in failure, you're always manifesting your love for God, then you remain in the same, no matter what the fruit is. So going beyond the peaks and the valleys, and going beyond the elation and joy and celebration and the sorrow and suffering and pain, when you feel yourself to be the same, know that you are unattached. You produce the best effort we possibly can, and we allow the fruits to go to Guru and to God.
We have a question from Ramya.
Namaste, Rami Mami. Pranamami.
Swami Ram Kripalaji talked about digesting and assimilating the true teachings of our divine teachers. What can we do to best digest and assimilate your teachings? Thank you.
Swamiji, please tell her how to digest. Rami, ekta hajmi khana prega.
Except with pure devotion. Except with pure devotion, everything.
Yeah.
Accept everything with pure devotion.
Yeah.
That's Mother's response.
Yeah.
Swamiji?
That I fully agree. Whatever Maharaj says, that is the nectarian advice.
Oh.
তার জন্য তোমার কি হতে হবে? সম, শান্ত, নিষ্ক্রিয়, নির্বিকার, নির্বিকার থাকতে হবে, আত্মার প্রতি সম্মান রাখতে হবে, সম, শান্ত এবং নিষ্ক্রিয়।
Shamo means to be in equilibrium, and Santo means to be at peace.
নিষ্ক্রিয়,
Nishkriya, I am not the doer, remaining unattached.
নির্বিকার।
And Nirvikar, I am not bound by this manifestation.
তাই we can go.
And then we can go. And these are the attitudes that Mother is instructing us to assume while you're listening, while you're digesting. लेकिन फिर भी तो हजम करना पड़ेगा, एक बीट नून खाएंगे. Yes, please.
What about the things that we have tendencies that we're good at and things that we have tendencies to be bad at, and we're supposed to be reaching each thing with equilibrium in the circumstance? Is it okay to draw yourself towards the things that you're better at, or?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. We have certain strengths and certain weaknesses. And knowing where my strengths lie and where my weaknesses lie is discrimination. I don't have to do or volunteer to do the things that I'm not good at doing. If I said I was going to cook for everybody, I would end up with a big pot of uneaten food. Rami would have to come and help us digest. But because I'm not the cook. Although every now and then they let me make a khichdi. But besides that, there are certain things that we're good at. And where we excel, son of she who excels, and she who takes away the deficiency of others, then you, Arjun, rise up as a warrior and take away the deficiency of others by excelling and doing those things in which you excel. So now you know where your strengths lie, you know where you're mediocre, you know where you're absolutely useless. Try to use your discrimination and volunteer for the right things. Don't volunteer for the things where you'll make a mistake and make a problem for everybody. Say, hey, I'll try to do my best, but that's not where I excel. If you want me to dig a ditch, I'm good at that. I won't make a mistake. But if you want me to be a brain surgeon, I think I need a little more training. So use your discrimination and do the things that you're good at and get better at them. Until you excel to such an extent that everybody knows where your excellence lies. And that's where you'll manifest your greatest form of divinity, in sharing your excellence. Not in trying to do something you don't like, you don't do well, you're not enjoying, it's a struggle for you, it's a pain for you, and everybody who receives the fruit of your action is going to know it.
Discriminate your intelligence.
Yes! Srima got the answer right on the nose. Discriminate with your intelligence. Yes, please.
Okay. If we're performing an action and we're not the doer, and we make a mistake, then is that okay to say God is making a mistake?
You did it! It's your mistake! You blew it! It's not God's fault.
Well, I'm not the doer. Then God
Yeah, you did the wrong thing. You can't say, well, it's God's mistake, Haribol. God, clean up the mess. I just dropped the soup. No way! What you want to say is, I'm going to do the best I can to manifest my love. I am not doing this for my personal selfish gain and desire. I'm not going to get paid by doing this action. I'm not going to get a reward for doing it well. I'm going to do it well because I'm in love. And because I'm in love, I'm going to do the very best I can. If I make a mistake, I'm going to learn how not to make the mistake again. Remember last night's chapter 4, we learned that every action results in wisdom. Every action. If you do the wrong thing, you learn what not to do. If you did the right thing, you learn what to do again and again and again. Every action culminates in wisdom. So if you did the wrong thing, I'm sorry I did the wrong thing, I'm going to fix it to the best of my capacity, or I'm going to come to you and report, Mom, I did the wrong thing. How do you propose that I fix it? And then you move on. But you can't say, well, God did it, I'm not the doer. It's His fault. Huh? All the glory goes to me, and all the faults for everything wrong is hers. That's not equitable. We have to be fair in this relationship, you and God. If you get the praise for doing it right, then you get the blame for blowing it. Now, the goal is not to wallow in self-pity and self-deprecation because you did it wrong. Okay, I did it wrong. I learned what to do right. I'm going to fix what I did wrong. Now let's move on. Let me make restitution. Let me restore the project to its previous glory. And we'll leave that. Not say, poor me, I made a mistake. I did it wrong. And allow self-deprecation to take over your being. Nor do you want self-conceit to take over your being. I did it right. You just want to live with the self, just as Swamiji said. It's not fair to say, I'm not the doer. Of course you were the doer. Who made the mistake? Remember, there was a Brahmin who made a beautiful garden. And one day a cow came in and started eating all the plants in his garden. And the Brahmin picked up a stick and said, get out of here, cow. And he started to push the cow and prod the cow and beat the cow until the cow would leave. And the cow didn't leave. And the Brahmin was hitting and hitting and hitting the cow. The cow fell over and died. Right there in the garden. And the Brahmin said, uh-oh, what am I going to tell the neighbors? Gohatya. I am a Brahmin who killed the cow. He said, well, you know what? The cow was beaten by the hand. The stick was in the hand, and Indra is the ruler of the hand, and Indra killed the cow. So all the neighbors came over and said, how did that dead cow get in your garden? And the Brahmin said, I can't tell a lie, Indra killed the cow. He beat the cow until the cow fell over and died. And that's how the cow died in my garden. Indra disguised himself as another Brahmin. Came to the garden, met the Brahmin, the householder of the home. I said, oh, what a beautiful garden you have made. And the Brahmin said, oh, yes, over on this side I planted marigold flowers. On this side I planted hibiscus flowers. And on this side I put stepping stones, a little path. And look at all the beautiful things that I've created in this garden. And Indra said, well, if you put all the beautiful things in this garden, how is it that Indra killed the